I'm a let it rip. Live on YouTube. This is Uncle Hotep Factor. A lot of people in the spaces tonight. Yeah, does everybody have a fight link? Hit the DMs for the fight link. There's one out there that's working pretty good, I think. But I think the fight's not going to go on till I think 11 or something like that, man. Like, what is going on a? Come on, man! It's a school night tomorrow, man. You know what I mean? Hold on, I gotta situate my screen. Damn, they throwing blows in this spot. What's up, Delisa? Oh, let me start. I have to start my Skype up. Anybody wants to talk? Hey, man, anybody wants to talk, say something on Spaces, come through, raise your hand or whatever request. I see Derry in there, Carlton, PJ, my man, Mr. Kafid is in the house. Hold on, I gotta start my Skype. Yes, I got the Caribbean Kufi on. It's back. My Sixers. First of all, my Sixers lost. I don't know what the hell Coach Doc Rivers was doing, but we'll see. It's a 7-game series. So we'll see what's up with that. But I don't know. Let me just go through my likes. There was a couple things that what's his name? Manchin. Manchin says there'll be a filibuster, and he will not be getting rid of the voting rights. They want to change some stuff for the Voting Rights Act, or I don't know what the fuck, man. It kind of sucks. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Like, being black in the year 2021 is like a weird thing to me, because I see these people talking about we got to end systematic racism and things of that nature. And I'm like, and the things they're doing to say they're trying to stop that, it's like, are they trying to keep it going? I'm like, I don't know. And I'm like, I'm perplexed here. Like, I don't really get it. It's like, if they're trying to right the wrongs of some of the wrongs that have been bestowed upon black Americans, and I'm like, I don't know if that's what's going on, man. What's up, Mateo? What's up, people in the chat? Y'all hear me all right? Somebody says, make Africa great again. Another thing that happened, I know I'm all over the place. I just got to find my footing. The golfer, what's this golfer's name? Ram or something like that. He was in first place. I don't know how many strokes he had. 6 strokes, man, I think. Gave him the jab test. He didn't want to take the Fauci juice. So guess what? Nah, we're gonna make you sit out, man. Make you a mod for a minute. You can't drop a video. I don't trust you, Mateo. Yeah, I guess he didn't want to take the Fauci juice, and a lot of people have apprehensions about taking the Fauci juice. But if he didn't take the Fauci juice, then, their protocols made him, suspended him, and he lost like $1 million some dollars. He was an asymptomatic positive test case. I don't know why the Spaces is up, Ackman. I don't know why you couldn't join. Maybe there's something funny with it. Um, Anybody can. I'm open to callers, open to people that want to talk on the Spaces. I'm trying to bide my time for. I'm here to talk Sixers, man. Come on, Mateo. I don't want to talk Sixers, man. Do I gotta talk Sixers? Y'all don't mind if I talk spook ball? We'll be all right. Sixers will be all right. If they got continued to get blown out, then I would be a little bit more, apprehensive. But they came back, and there was like in a few bounces here, bounces there, they would have won the game. They could have won the game. So I'm not really overly concerned. I just have to see. I want to see Doc Rivers make some adjustments that I think are well within his reach. You know what I mean? I just don't understand. Not you have these two great defensive players and you don't put them on Trae Young to start the game. Like, what the hell is wrong with you, Doc? Like, he thought he would get away with it or something like that. I don't know. What up? What up? What up, Jeff? I see Jeff on the right on the in the Spaces. So that's it. And Dallas lost. The video starts with Dallas lost. People were calling Luka the Great White Hope, which I think is unfair to him. He's a great basketball player in his own right. I don't know why people got to throw the race card into it. He needs help. Kristaps Porzingis is hot garbage, and he didn't show up. If Luke had any type of help, he'd have won that series. But it was a great. It was a win 7 games. You can't argue with that, man. It was a great series. But Dallas had their chances. Mark Cuban, he'll try to attempt to make some changes. We'll see about that. But what's going on in the world besides, Nigeria banned Twitter. Nigeria said, hell no, man. And I can't, if you go the last few days, I seen a whole bunch of, I don't know, Twitter was probably doing it on purpose. I seen a bunch of Nigerians talk about, I guess they get through VPN and stuff like that. They were complaining about, President Buhari's, banning Twitter. Now, is that bad? Twitter talking about, it's like, this is wrong. And I'm like, I gotta find. I should have had this open. Twitter made a whole bunch of statements and stuff like that. They're concerned and they're working to, get it right. So I'm like, I don't know. If you were another country, you're running another country, right? Because a lot of the, the Nigerians were saying, Twitter is like, is really important in the country. They use it for emergency issues. They don't have a 911 system. They say they use Twitter for communications. People are set up, employment, e-commerce. A lot of people are making a lot of money through Twitter in Nigeria. So a lot of the common people are complaining about it. So that's bad for them. But if you're running the country, and Twitter had I think the initial beef was they banned a tweet from a government official, saying it was hateful conduct or something like that. I don't know. I didn't read the tweet, but Twitter is interfering. If it can interfere in your public's, in your government's well-being. Proceedings. True Hype. I'm gonna add you as speaker. Oh man, it said error. Oh man, there might be an error on the spaces, man. I don't know what's going on. Oh man, Gulag. You hear me?
Yeah, how's it going, Unc? How you doing?
All right, man. What's going on with you, man?
Oh man, I'm chilling. It's good. It's good to be able to talk to you, man. I've been watching your show for a while. I'm not gonna say my real name, but I'll be sending in donations here
Okay.
and there. But yeah, I'll go by Gulag. It's funnier. But man, it's crazy stuff. Crazy stuff happening in the world. I don't know. These Fauci emails came out, and it didn't seem like not much is happening. It's kind of got swept under the rug. I saw on Twitter one of the doctors who was talking about the the Sheen, not the Sheen, the vid. I don't want to get your channel deleted, so I'm trying to watch my words.
Right.
But his Twitter got deleted, and he like deleted 5,000 posts or something like that. But he got wiped. He got wiped out. So I mean, like, there must have been something in those emails. But I don't know. It's crazy stuff. I also saw like the trailer for this new show on Netflix about human hybrid kids and stuff. Oh man, it's like every day I hop on Twitter, I gotta like put another coin in for the Alex Jones is what's right now.
You still got Netflix, man? I finally gave it up, man. Like,
Nah.
okay.
Nah, I just use Hulu. I view all my anime stuff. That's all I use it for.
Right.
Really. But I hopped on. I deleted Netflix after that cutie scandal. I don't know. It was too wild for me.
Yeah, I just got rid of Netflix. Like, I think it's been a month or two now.
Yeah.
They my kid had complained a little bit. I guess there was a couple of shows they watched, but I mean, I picked up HBO Max in exchange for that. So I was just like, man, I don't know. I don't miss it. I don't miss it at all.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, it's great. So I'm in San Francisco,
Okay.
and it seems like we're in the Hunger Games right now. I mean, the governor is like announcing Powerball draws for the Sheen.
Right.
I don't think they're lifting these restrictions is crazy, but watching the Hoteps been told you on Thursday been keeping me going.
Okay.
And I'm just working on my brand right now, trying to get my clothing brand started up. So I'm just doing a lot of stuff to try to stay positive. I don't think evil's gonna win.
Let's hope not. Let's hope not. Hey, let me ask you about San Francisco. Is it
Yeah.
is the homeless is it that bad out there,
It's
man?
really bad. It's
Really?
terrible. Yeah, like just by my college, there's just homeless people all over the place. I know the cops had to remove them a few times, but anywhere you go, it's just homeless people everywhere. It's garbage everywhere. The streets aren't taken care of. It's really bad, and I know it's bad in like LA and other places too. I'm not even from the Bay Area, but just coming out here, it's really disappointing to see.
Oh, okay. So you're not there. You're not from there originally. So you never
No.
saw like a change. Like, do you know people that have lived in San Fran all their life? Like, are they saying like it's really bad? This is the worst it's ever been, or something like that?
Yeah, yeah. A couple people I've met, they said it's gotten worse over time, and I don't know. It's crazy. Like there's literally like whole village. I don't say this to be funny, but it's literally like whole villages of tents and stuff, like on the highway, by the highways and whatnot. It's like dystopian. It's really crazy. And then you got like uh, California dropped in like $2 million on tents, and then like 50 million on Sheen draws. So it's crazy. Where they getting all this money from
Yeah, I don't.
on the streets.
I don't know. Now, you go to school out there. Are you positive? Like, what is your outlook of California? Because from me, I live on the other side of the country, right? And it's
Yeah.
almost like it seems to me like I don't know if you ever seen it. Have you seen what's the one with Kurt Russell? He did Escape from New York,
Oh
but he
yeah.
didn't. I think then he did from Escape from L.A. It seems like that's the way we're heading as a country in some places. Like not the whole, country, but certain places are going to be. it reminds me of that. Like there's some places like in Philadelphia, Kensington region. There's a part of Philadelphia called Kensington, and it's real bad, But it seems like certain parts of the country are heading towards this dystopian future we saw in the movies like Escape from New York and Escape from LA.
You're spot on. Like, I mean, like, yeah, it's literally just like that. Those movies I grew up watching. Like, I walk outside, I'm like, man, it's about to turn into iRobot in a minute. Like, I'm about to turn it into Spooner in a minute. Like, yo, like, I don't know. I'm trying to work with my mom right now because my school is mandating the Fauci juice, and I'm really not trying to get it. Like,
really?
I'm about to try to either do a religious thing or try to get hooked up with like a nice doctor or something like that. I don't know, but I gotta find the means out of it.
Right.
I really don't trust it, man. Like my gut is telling me something is up.
Do you feel like? Now I talked to my brother. My brother has gotten vaccinated. He didn't really try to peer pressure me, but he gave his reasons why he got it and stuff like that. But you're in a different space, man. You're young. You want to go to school. You know what I mean? Get your career going, and a school like puts this big roadblock. I don't know what I would have done at your age. I would have. Hopefully, I would have stuck with my guns. But like my gut tells me that like it might be all right for some people, but if you're one of these people that it's not okay for, it can put you in a really bad spot. And, you only have one life to live. You can't afford it. You know what I mean? So I don't know what to do, man. I think it's unfair. Like, is there any possibilities of lawsuits coming for schools? I thought there was some kids were trying to some families were trying to do lawsuits against, some of these schools doing this.
Hopefully, I'm not sure though. I go to a smaller school.
Okay.
And I'm in California on top of that, so a lot of people actually it's part of the culture. They're just like, every day they're asking me, yo, man, did you get the juice yet? Did you get the juice yet?
Wow.
You get Johnson & Johnson, you get this, you get that. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Man,
right. I understand.
I grew up in the Caribbean, so
yeah.
Just all this stuff is weird out here, man. It's like a cult. It's straight up like a cult. With the mask thing, with the Fauci juice,
right?
With it's sick, man.
Yeah.
But I mean, I eat healthy, so I don't even see the point of it.
Right.
From a scientific standpoint, like I eat healthy, I stay in shape.
Right.
I don't really see the point of it. I don't want to get Joe Rogan on here, but like.
Nah, I mean that's like I understand that. I think if you keep up on certain supplements and get plenty of sunlight and stuff like that, I think that'll help your health out a lot better than and work out and do stuff like that. Make sure you're active. I think that's a bigger, it puts bigger obstacle against that than just taking the juice and stuff, and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure. One thing before I go, I wanted to put you on to this YouTuber I found. He watches a lot of TikToks and stuff like that. I know you've been on the TikTok grift. His name is Mike versus Everyone.
Okay.
He does a lot of TikToks and stuff like that. He's pretty funny. So yeah, smaller guy, but yeah, I'll put you on him.
Oh yeah. Anybody follow me on TikTok, Handy Mayhem. But yeah, I appreciate it, man. Hey, man, thanks for coming on. I greatly appreciate it, man. I hope everything works out in San Fran, man. But
no problem, man. It's all good. I'll figure it out.
Hey, stay positive, man.
Thank you.
All right, Hotep and Built. San Fran, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody's math accurate says Skype is open, so if you want to call in, you can call in on the Skype line. I believe it's open. It is, but if anybody wants to call in on the Skype, or let me see if I can get this guy back on Karsten. Some reason it wasn't allowed him. Oh, maybe it is.
Hey, what's going on, Hug?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now. I don't know what happened earlier, man. It gave me an error trying to add you as speaker, man.
Yeah, I had to change my permissions or whatever, even though I used Spaces before, and then I had to reset my phone.
Oh, okay. I don't know what's going on. Oh, but go ahead.
Man, Tennessee, right?
Yeah.
And it's fairly conservative until you get to certain areas. But I don't understand why so many people are just like, just conform. I don't understand that. The same people want the government that didn't do, all the things that they said it should have did.
Right.
Are like, yeah, let's give them more control. I'm like, does that make any sense?
I don't know, man. I just think I don't know what to think, man. People have gotten weird, man. Like I think that this some people died. I'm not going to get into what they died of, but the fear of people losing their lives or had known people it just made people crazy. Like they look at all those numbers and they thought like it was a catastrophe and everything else, and people just got weird, man. I don't get it, man.
I don't know, man. Like the first thing I wanted to do is like I understand people normally wanting to kind of grasp at straws and put something in their control,
right?
And not but how much stuff do we actually have in control of our lives?
Right.
Only so much, right?
Yeah.
So one thing I did before they started shutting down a lot of the information is I started looking around. I used to be in the Air Force too, and I was a hydraulic guy, right? So we dealt with these filters and talking about microns. So when they were talking about the bug going around, I said, all right, let's see about this mask. And I was like, all right, M95 mask is certain whatever effectiveness. I'm like, how big is the virus? How many microns is that? And I was like, yo, it's like throwing a marble through a chain link fence. It's not actually doing anything. And it's actually smaller than a marble.
Okay.
And I'm talking to people and I'm trying to use my intelligence, and they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna get this shot, and then people still, got the bug even after they got it. And
right.
I'm like, what's the point of getting it then?
Mm-hmm.
But you had to get it.
You're right. I mean, that's I love it that your real world expertise. A lot of people, you were like, hey man, this isn't adding up. You know what I mean? Like that's we seen that. I remember back. I'm not going to talk about the day in September, but like some engineers, when they saw these buildings falling down, they were like, what's going on? But, you know what I mean? But it's like, you're right. Like anybody worked with masks and stuff like that, they just was like, yo man, this isn't I don't know about all this, but it's like to go along with the get along, so nobody really says nothing, and or you peer pressure not to say anything, and here we are. But I think I don't know where you're at in the country, but in Pennsylvania, the mask thing is slowly going away. Like They dropped all the mandates, but they're leaving it up to like the companies. A lot of companies are saying if you've been vaccinated, you don't have to wear your mask and something like that. Now I'm seeing a lot of people not wear the joint, including me. But some of these people I know aren't like, not all of these people are getting have that juice. You know what I mean? So I think a lot of people are just saying like, screw it, man.
It depends on where you go. I'm in Clarksville, Tennessee, right?
Okay, yeah.
And then I do some video stuff here and there on the side, right? And I've been going back and forth between here, Murfreesboro, a whole lot because Nashville basically got shut down.
Okay.
Nashville was like all mass. They tried to shut down all the bars, even though everybody was trying to party. Because that's bachelorette capital of the world, apparently. You know what I'm saying? So there's always some drunk bachelorettes, which draws in dudes. So they just partying. And shut the city down, man. Kind of crippled a lot of the economy. But here, man, if it, only certain businesses, mostly the big box ones, where people even adhering to the mask thing.
Yeah.
And they put it on, kind of put it on their mouth. Not really wear it. people got tired of enforcing it, man.
Yeah.
And then it's like man. And then I was just in Florida couple what was it, not last month before, for a little work trip. And man, like I had been to Florida 2 months prior, and we're in a different spot. Man, nobody was wearing anything, man.
Yeah.
Except maybe like a couple waitresses. And then this other spot we're at, man, like it's like the whole town was like, yo, where's your mask at? I was like, what the hell? I thought this was Florida.
You're right. It's about. I guess it's about where you're at. But I think we got mask fatigue, man, and I think. That's why I think they kind of let up on a lot of stuff, because I think the numbers were shown Biden in them that the people were tired of it was time to get back to work and tired of of the lockdowns. People didn't want to do 2 summers on lockdown, so I guess that's what happened.
Well, I mean, people started getting way more defiant, man, and
yeah.
Like I'm online a lot, like checking that content and stuff like that. I'm about to start putting out some stuff myself.
Okay.
And I'm like, I see all the little reverberations or whatever, and I'm like, man, like something's different. And like not just with the mask stuff or the Fauci juice, but I'm just talking about like against everything. I like there's like a growing like bubbling, and it's just like coming to the surface. I mean, like you see, like with the Monique stuff or the GameStop stuff, and like people are really pushing back. Like the people that were silent for a long time, man, they're really starting to like. They're not just speaking back; they're like yelling back now.
Yeah.
I guess you can't push 2 people down for too long, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. You're absolutely right about that. I think they wanted to head off some of that stuff because they didn't want to push it too far, and when people starting to buck, I think it might take Americans I guess Americans get pushed a lot, but once they go over the edge, I think it ain't no turning back. So I think they didn't want to get to that point. So I think that's why that's why they backed off. Hopefully it is, but I don't know, man. But hey, man. Hey, thanks for coming in. I want to get open my Skype back up so these guys can call back in. But thanks for calling in. Hey, man. But hey, if whenever you start doing some stuff online, man, like share it. Make sure you share it to me so I can share it out to people.
Yeah, definitely, man. We have to get you on a podcast too, man.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm start doing appearances. Like, and for a while, I wasn't really like people would ask me, and I would like. I don't know, say I would blow it off. I would never get back with them, I don't know, because I just sometimes I wasn't really in on, I don't know. It's weird. Sometimes people ask me, but I'm definitely open to being on people's shows again and stuff like that. So whenever you wanna hit me up, man, I'll work some out on my schedule.
Oh, hey, one last thing before I leave, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I just reached out to Scoon, man. He accepted, man.
Yeah.
So might be a possible guest for you.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I already did Scoon with on our pod for on the Patreon. So, but yeah, I just want to hey, if you do some stuff, man, I'll come on.
Okay. All right. Appreciate that, man.
All right. Hey, man, thanks for coming on.
Yes, sir.
All right. Hotep and Bill, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Cannon and Big Poppy, y'all can call back in. I gotta figure something out with this. I would keep saying this about the Skype. I don't know. I don't think there's any way like to pause. Here we go. Cannon. Cannon, what up, man?
Yo, what up, dog?
Chilling, man. How you been?
Chilling, trying to stay cool. How the hell you been?
Yeah, man. Listen, and matter of fact, I had to be outside a little bit today. Like it was my daughter's recital, but they wouldn't let us. We couldn't watch it, so I had to run around, take her to a recital. Then I cooked some turkey wings on the grill. I was just walking in and out. I would start sweating. I'm like, damn, man.
Yeah, then we ducking and dodging the cicadas around here.
Oh,
man. It's crazy. What's the other house today? It was like they was having a house party with cicadas over there. It was crazy.
You got the cicadas that bad out there?
When you get out the car. Yeah. Depending. So if you got a lot of trees,
yeah,
you're gonna get got. and they like missiles. They just like little kamikaze pilots just straight into you, pow. So, just call for the course. Hopefully they use in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So what you so man, I don't know. You think they're gonna fire the good doctors? Or you think they're trying to give him some bail?
I think they're going to give Mr. Fauci some bail, man. I don't think there hasn't been anything like there's been stuff in the emails that I'm like, man, come on, man. This is like in front of the right hands. It could be like, hey, man, Fauci, you got to answer for this. Like, only Rand Paul is going to call him out on this, But anybody else isn't really going to call him out on some of the stuff that in his emails. And plus, they redacted some of the stuff, man. It would be.
That's what I don't get.
I don't get that either. I'm like, why is this being redacted? Unless it's a matter of national security, that's the only time they can say, "Oh, we had to redact this." So what are they redacting in these things here? It's been a lot of stuff, man.
Names. There gotta be some names. Gotta be some names.
It's gotta be some names, and it gotta be some other stuff like some stuff that really proves them being deceitful about this whole thing. That's why I kind of think it might be some scenarios that they're like, man, we can't show that because that's really that's going to show we lied about a whole bunch of stuff, and they don't want that out there.
Somebody done slipped up and was like, hey, this mean look a lot. Like, oh, what's that? You know what I mean? I don't know. It's crazy though. But I was talking to some friends yesterday, and I was like talking about our little cookout. I said, all right, so now they're going to give Trump something now.
Oh man, you're breaking up a little bit, man.
Oh, man. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Now I was talking to some friends at a cookout.
Okay.
I was like, all right, so I said, so since y'all seen these emails now, are they going to throw Trump some bail? I said, because now you can correlate what Trump was saying in the beginning with what Fauci really felt through these emails. So that means that he was probably giving the same information as in these emails to old Donnie T over here. He was going out and saying this stuff, and then he was reneging on what he was telling them in the beginning. And they were just looking at me. And I was like, so I thought. Because it just don't make sense. I'm like, so I was like, all this stuff, so he was downplaying it. Then he got him saying that, this is going to be this is going to be that, ain't going to be that, sir. And then boom. So I don't know. It's interesting to me. But I think he's gonna try to sweep this under the rug with another event somehow.
Oh,
so I don't know what's going to happen. But I was telling people, I was like, we was trying to call this a year ago, but like Patrice O'Neal said, like every time we said something, it was like we was putting marbles in our ass. You know what I mean? Like. They thought y'all thought we was crazy. Like we could tell you 2 + 2 = 4 all day long.
Right.
But then when we start talking about this, now y'all think we crazy. Yeah. But we've been telling you 2 + 2 = 4. Why would you think we crazy with this?
Yeah. Yo, who do you watch? You staying up for the fight tonight, or are you taking it? You got an early day tomorrow, man.
I got an early day tomorrow, but I don't know. My son want to watch, but I'm like, boy, you 7, you got school, yo. You ain't watching nothing. He tried to finesse me early, like, Daddy, look. He had it on. He had the channel. I was like, nah, yo, you ain't watching this, bro. He's gonna be asleep.
Oh man.
If he liked that stuff, he doesn't want to see it because he saw the Tyson fight, and he saw the last one with Jake Paul and
right,
and Nate Robinson, and he liked the for some reason he liked all the rapping in the between the fights.
Okay,
that's the only reason he want to watch it. And I'm like, nah, bro, you gonna get in the bed when this comes on. I don't know yet. I don't know if I'm gonna order this or not. I don't know if I'm really that interested, yo. Cause I just feel like it's fixed.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't know. But like, why would you let a 200? How much Logan Paul weighing in at? Like 230, 220, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
It don't even make sense. Like,
I,
you know, and then there's no judges.
yeah,
It's just refs.
yeah. I mean, the only reason I just want to see what Mayweather looked like at 44. You know what I mean? He's like, I guess he was one of the best. You know, I mean, the best we've ever. He was obviously the best defensive fighter I ever seen. You know, in our lifetime. I just want to see what he got, but it'll be.
Oh yeah, he definitely does.
Yeah.
He'll make you miss in a heartbeat. But that's like, I was laughing. I was telling my wife. I said, "This is like Rocky Four." Like I just want Logan Paul to do a lose. Like it's going. I was like, man, you got this big blonde hair, blue eyed dude going up against Apollo Creed. What's going on?
I know, man. This is insane, man. But I don't know what else. What else you got going on, man?
Not much, man. Just renovations, man. My wife breaking my pockets, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I never. I mean, we getting it done on like for some decent, like on the cheap.
Okay.
Like, I think I got like cheap bathrooms done for like $5.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And then like a patio, but like we got some other stuff to do. But I'm like, yo, I was like, you don't have to chill on this till next year. You got to save some money. You try to kill all the savings. She at Ross right now. I'm like, Ross, you gotta get out of these stores.
Yo, well, I think I gotta do some.
I'm like, yo, you know that stuff go to Ross for a reason.
Yeah.
Okay?
No, I was gonna ask you, like, did y'all when y'all doing the redesigning, did y'all? Because I gotta do my kitchen. I gotta put a floor in my kitchen. Put some tile down or something like that. Did y'all just go together and pick something out, or did she lead the thing and tell you just told you to go buy something?
No. We went and we looked at stuff together.
Okay.
Luckily, my wife's like a good bargain.
Okay.
So like we found some really nice tile that was decent. We think we got it for like 99 cents a square foot, which was really good.
Okay.
So I was like, well, shit, we can get both the bathrooms. We ain't doing no separate tiles, no bathrooms.
Right.
And, so yeah, we both went with it. The only thing that she trying to pick out all the furniture for the patio, and I'm like, look, I was good with just a little $50 fire pit and some plastic $10 chair from Home Depot. I was straight with that. She trying to do a whole living room set outside. Like I said, she had Ross sending me stuff. I'm like, yo, I said, this stuff is in Ross for a reason. It's missing like a stitch or it's missing a support. I said, you always buy this furniture that my big ass can't sit in. I was like, nah. I said, I said, you know, I was like, either we get something that's worth getting, or I'm going to get them plastic lounge chairs from Home Depot with a $50 side pit. We done. Shoot, I'm trying to save some money so I can get my smoker.
Yeah, I got to get a smoker too, man. Like I was thinking, because I had, like today I had seasoned this pork belly, right? And I was like thinking all day how to cook it, right? I'm like, how am I gonna cook this? Last time I put it in an Instant Pot and I think I finished off the oven. I didn't really like the texture of it gave me, and I was figuring out how to grill. I only got a gas grill. And I was looking at that. Then I'm like, I seen people that smoked it. I'm like, oh man. So I ended up cutting it. I just ended up cutting cubes and throwing them in the air fryer for it came out great. You know what I mean? Paul said it could have been like a little bit more done, but the flavors were good. I thought it was great. But I might be able to cook it a little bit longer. But I ended up putting it in the air fryer. But I say that to say this: I need a smoker because that would have been a different option. I would have just smoked the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, smoked pork belly is great, and then my next like favorite is that fried pork belly.
Okay,
that's amazing. Now, what I do now, because I gotta watch them eat right now. Like I said, I jumped on the scale yesterday. I was like, holy smoke! I'm right around like 325 right now.
Okay.
I ain't never been this heavy. So I got So what I do is I just use the cast iron. I throw that joint in the cast iron.
Okay.
Cook it like bacon for real. I slice it down in the strips. But yeah, smoked pork belly. Oh, that thing is amazing. Especially when you go out there and you hit it with a little, you spray a little apple juice on that joint.
Right. Okay.
Every like 30 minutes. It's great, and then like doctor up some barbecue sauce. That's what I do on mine when I decide to smoke a pork belly. But yeah, man, you gotta get a pellet. Well, I ain't gonna say you got you. Like I was using a wood smoker for a long time, but or in a charcoal smoker. But my homeboy just put me on with a pellet smoker. I'm ready to get that thing. It's basically set it and forget it almost. So like I don't gotta regulate the heat.
Okay.
It does it itself, but it feeds these pellets into the like a hopper, and and you get the smoky flavor. They got different type of pellets. So they got cherry wood pellets and this and that. So I'm like, man, I said, I'm going to get me one of them. So I've been trying to price one out. The thing is, like, the good ones, the expensive, like, it's a company called Traeger.
Yeah.
They want, like, $800.
Okay.
For a smoker. I'm like, yo. So, I don't know. I might go with this one called Pit Boss. Pit Boss, like, around $300.
Okay.
I might grab one of them.
Pit Boss.
So, yeah. Yeah, so, and then you got the Costco brands, which some people say they are. But like I don't know, like $100 pellet smoker. I'm like, I don't know if I want to mess with that. I don't know. We'll see. That's like me getting the smoker from Ross, so I'm gonna work there right now.
Yeah, man, I don't know about that. Yeah, I'm looking. I need something like this. I'm looking at this Pro Series Pit Boss. Yeah, this would probably be the size I want. I don't really want a real huge one, but. There's something like this I can just bust out.
Yeah, can me like all of them gonna be like you said. I'm probably have like a pork shoulder or something on one side, and probably like a couple slabs of ribs on the other.
Right.
And just let it go. So, but anyway, but yeah. Other than that, I ain't got much going on. I'm just anxious to see what's going to be in the news cycle this week. I got a eerie feeling about it. Like I did with the segment. I was like, damn, I didn't even know about this. I just so happened to come across those cyber attacks. I'm like, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
The transportation and food now. What's next?
Yeah.
So I think, I don't know, man. And then you got the Project Bluebeam stuff. Look like that's going down. I don't know. It's about to be interesting. Interesting 2021, getting real interesting real fast.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
That's what I was about to tell you. So today is my first day going in stores without no mask on.
Oh, okay.
And it was the greatest thing in the world. You got all folks looking at me like I'm crazy. They still rocking masks. I was at Best Buy. I looked at the dude. I just circled my face like, I got to wear this? He's like, no, I took that thing right off. I walked in the store. You see all folks, he looking at me like I done lost my mind. I'm like, y'all crazy. I was like, if I ain't got to wear this thing, I ain't wearing this. Y'all nuts.
I know, man. I don't get it. People like matter of fact, when we dropped the girl off to the recital, like she was my girl. I didn't know what the people were doing up there, but they were like, and we walked back after we put her in. Paul was asking me why we looking stupid and wearing these damn masks because nobody was wearing it. I was like, man, screw it. I was like, I threw it right in the car, man. I was like, man, I'm not putting this joint.
But I'm looking at my daughter. My daughter with me today. She got her mask on. I was like, girl, I'm going to take that damn mask off. Look crazy. She's like, no. I'm like, it's 96 degrees outside. I said, you got to wear that mask. I said, we ain't going to the emergency room. You got to sleep it off. I was like, Soon, like, every time I go to a store, I just look at the person. I said, do I got to wear this? And they say no. I take it right off. And I keep on bopping. Chest all poked out, head held high. I feel good. Yeah. I don't care if nobody think y'all can wear this nonsense. I said, I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
It's too much. Especially now it's starting to get hotter and hotter outside. Nah. I want to see, I hope nobody get a cicada stuck in their mask. That's going to be hilarious. Because that shit come off real fast.
Yeah, I bet you it will.
Dude.
Hey, man.
Anyway, I ain't going to hold you up. I'm going to go find what my son doing, put his little tail in the bed.
All right. Hey, thanks for calling in, man. Appreciate you.
No problem. Hotep and Bill.
All right, Hotep and Bill. Canon Hotep, ladies and gentlemen. Follow him on YouTube. Follow him on Twitter. Same name. A few donations. I don't have AC because I grew up without it, but my wife left some cold cuts on the table this afternoon, and they turned into crispy bacon. Come on, man. Jay Grimmage, put down vinyl plank tile in the kitchen. Looks good unless you're very close to it. Durable, cheap, and easy to lay. I'll check that out, man. Thanks. Appreciate it. Big Poppy 999 donation. Hold on. I wanted to play this clip.
Jen, thanks for coming on Reliable Sources.
My pleasure.
Busy summer ahead, infrastructure, election reform. What is the press get wrong when covering Biden's agenda? When you watch the news, when you read the news, what do you think we get wrong?
Well, look, I think some of our muscles have atrophied a little bit over the last few years, and there isn't a lot of memory, or recent memory, or longer memory on how long it takes to get legislation forward, or how messy the process of negotiating and the process of getting legislation across the finish line can be. So we understand everybody's always looking for a deadline, a timeline, things like that. But at the end of the day, our focus is on getting these bills across the finish line, doing it in a bipartisan way if we can. And we certainly recognize that that can be messy along the process. So I don't know if that's the press getting it wrong. I'll leave you to the critique of that, Brian. But I think sometimes we forget how strange the last 4 years were. And when we return to a place where democracy is working, where we're talking with Democrats and Republicans, where we're trying to get bills and legislation passed, it feels foreign, but this is actually how it's supposed to work.
That was CNN talking to, Jen Psaki. I don't know how you pronounce her name. What are we getting wrong? A lot of people say a lot of stuff about Fox News and Republicans. They never gave fellatio to Trump like Brian Settler just did to Jen Psaki right now. Never. Now, Fox was never really in. Hold on, I'll continue this thought after this call. Big Poppy, what up, man?
Yo, what's up, Uncle? What's up? Is this Get It Finesse by Trae Young hotline?
Oh my gosh, here we go.
Hey, I'm a victim too. Come on, man.
Yeah, I know, man. Listen. The thing is, the reason I'm really pissed is we got the people that can shut him down. Like, he's good, but he's not great. You just have to have a body that can quick enough to stay, because he's not like a great athlete. He's a good ball player. But if you got a defender like Simmons and Thibault, and he didn't put him on in the beginning of the game, I'm like, and that's when he got off. I'm like, that's insane, man. You can take him out the game, man. He's good, but he's not like you have the people. If you have a big guard, you should be able to take him out the game.
Well, here the Knicks, we only had our starting one was Peyton, but then we had to switch to Derrick Rose, which was our scorer though. It was only him playing and scoring, doing all the work, and then you can't really put it. They had Frank Ntilikina, who really could have held down Trae Young, but he barely played during the season, so you really can't put a guy like that who has barely played and go on Trae Young.
Yeah.
Yep. And then what else I wanted to talk about? I saw something in my country. My parents are from Dominican Republic.
Okay.
Currently, the Fauci juice is free over there.
Okay.
And after a certain date, you're gonna have to pay for it if you want it.
Oh, for real? Now, do you have to get it? Do you have to get it to go? Like, if you went back home, if you went back there today, you got on a plane, do you have to get it to get in the country?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
Coming back, you have to. I know coming back, you have to.
Oh, okay, I got you.
U.S. requires it. And yes, and for pretty much, I think June 20th, they say you got to start paying for it, which is 7,000 pesos over there. And before I called, I converted that. That's like $123.
Man, that's strange that they did start charging, man. Like, I guess you think that's like just a ploy to get people to run out and go get it before they start charging it?
Maybe, because the Dominican Republic is not that rich of a country.
Right. Okay.
So it's like, who knows? Maybe it'll rush people to go get it. But I mean, I make a personal decision to wait, and maybe not get it at all. But how things are going, hopefully I don't have that ultimatum.
Yeah, I'm lucky enough to be in a position where I don't have to I'm not gonna be given an ultimatum. Like I remember the company I'm at, they were just like they would never like because somebody asked that in the meeting. They was like, "Yo, would you ever like so like do we have to get it to come back in the office?" And like the lady was like, whoever the director was like, no, we would never do that. That's a personal decision. We would never like force somebody to take. That was their stance, and I was like, thank God. You know, what I mean? I wanted to say thank God right over the, you know, that, but I was like, man, I ain't gonna say nothing. I don't want nobody to know how I feel about it. But I really wanted to say that. I wanted to say thank you, Lord.
Yeah, because I mean, I work driving the buses in Brooklyn. I'm going right now. I'm going to the heart of Bed-Stuy, and like,
Okay.
there's a place that they're offering it across the street in a building, and then today this week there were two big coach buses offering it also to the people, and there nobody going in there. Like, and I felt like I like yelling at them from the bus because like they have the bus, their coach buses are on all day. I'm like, yo, you're idling, you're harming the environment. Come on now.
Oh, okay. Right.
that joke with the going green and all that.
But yeah, man,
But
that's crazy. How's the New York life, man? Is like are people stop not wearing? They still wearing the masks and up and everything, or starting to take them off?
I went for a drive today in Manhattan. There's still plenty still with them on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this past Monday, I went to Target without it. No one said anything to me. But, I carry the gator in the back pocket just in case.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I really don't want to wear it. I really don't like wearing it. I went in, got my things, no one said anything to me. Oh, I actually went to a store today. All the employees had masks on. I went in without them. No one said anything to me either. So, I guess they're loosening up. It depends. I think it depends how brainwashed you are to be still enforcing that shit.
You know what pisses me off about this? My daughter is like, I think she's a masker, man. Like I know it's because she's in school and they have to wear it in school. So I think she's like used to putting it on. Like we went and I think it must be a national thing with Target because I went in there the other day without it on either, and I went with him with both my kids. My youngest didn't have one, but my oldest, she got her strapped on, and I'm like, I'm telling you, don't have to wear it, but she just have it on. You know what I mean? So I think she just used to it because of school. So now, whenever she go into place, her first instinct is to put that on, and she just rocks out with it. I'm like, man, this is so simple, man. Like I don't know, she just must like it.
I mean, I think it depends. It might depend on if you're like, let's say you and my little sister. I go with her. I went to her with Target. She had it on. I didn't have it on. They didn't say anything. But I think if you go somewhere, maybe 3 or 4 people, and you walk in with 3 other people, and one of them had a mask on, maybe they'll tell you, hey, why don't you have your mask on like your friend?
Right.
Who knows? But yeah, it's gonna be a while to wean the people off the masks. I know I know the Babylon Bee, they like making satire. They say they're gonna make people suggest people wearing pinkies, wean them off.
It's hard, man. I don't think that's why I kind of think they're trying to change some of this stuff because they're gonna have to wean people off some of these laws and stuff like that. When they told them when they wanted to change the mandate, the CDC changed the mandate. People were upset about it. Like, oh no. I'm like, all this time y'all was talking about what the CDC did. Now they want to change it, and y'all scared. It just, I don't know. People just get too used to it. I got used to it, I guess.
And traumatized too.
Yeah, traumatized. Yeah, I keep forgetting that. Some people were traumatized about this stuff. Some people lost some people, but some people were really scared about this whole thing.
Well, yeah, I mean, my eyes opened about this whole thing, it actually opened to me last year around this time last year because there was a lot of protests with the George Floyd jump off and all that, and then there was one massive one in Eastern, I think, in the Brooklyn Museum in front of it, a big BTLM rally, and everybody's so crowded in there. I don't even know. I saw pictures of it, and like how many people got sick and died of the thing,
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, this is BS. And you're allowing this, but I can't go. I can't go to watch a sporting event, the bread and circus, but you're allowing this.
It's insane.
And then, and then I'm actually gonna go to Baltimore this week. They're at 100%. Go watch my Mets over there.
Okay.
They're 100% capacity. No segregated sections like there is here in New York, from what I see. So
nice. Enjoy yourself, man. Enjoy yourself.
Yeah, definitely. Yep. I think that's enough for me today. I don't know. That's all I have to talk about.
Nah, man, it's great, man. Just to hear from you. Appreciate it.
No problem, man. Great show.
All right.
And talk to you next time.
All right, man. Hotep and build.
All right.
Big Poppy, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate all y'all hanging out on the spaces. Appreciate it. I appreciate everybody in the chat. Durna says mass is a whoopee. What's up, Kayleen? Hanging AZ, what up? What do y'all think about the fight, man? I got another stream up, and looks like Logan is talking, but it's not gonna be on. I'm not hanging on till the fight. I'm about to get off in a few minutes. I don't know. It's just, it was an interesting week with the Fauci stuff. I forgot all about that. I should have mentioned that in the show. That was the beginning of the week. But it doesn't look like anything's going to come of that. I started listening to I bought an audio. I have listened to audiobooks before, and I think I mentioned this one. Hotep's been told you, maybe Thursday at 8. Like I listened to Message to a Black Man in audiobook form, and I listened to the Pale Horse by Billy Cooper. But I finally bought an audiobook. I bought Thaddeus Russell's book, and I think I'm on third chapter so far. It's pretty good. I got 15 hours ago, but I don't know. I just wanted to, I felt like I needed to read more and get more information in my brain, and I every time I pick up a book, like I still got this Obama book somewhere. I'm like, oh my God, I need to finish that, but I don't know. It seems like it's my lifestyle now is more easier to listen to something. Like if I'm always driving somewhere, I got these kids somewhere, I'm trying to take a walk. Like I enjoy podcast format. I listen to podcasts. I like listening to podcasts, and it seems like I can retain the information pretty easily. So I tried that with I got his book, so I'm gonna see how that goes. But the first chapter was kind of iffy, but it's pretty good so far. It's like a little eye opener. Some of the stuff I had already figured, but it reinforces some of the things I thought about slavery from reading Up From Slavery by Booker T. Washington. But it reinforces some of the things that Booker T. said about, how slaves were in the slavery era, besides, not how it was in Hollywood. Compared to Hollywood and the actual facts is way different. Hillaway, thanks for a donation, $4.99. I greatly appreciate it. Oh, Jabari, I thought I just tuned in. Come on, man. I think last week I was on at 10, Jabari, because it was just circumstances. I was supposed to do an interview with Church Dog this week, but he had some health issues, so he couldn't come through this week. So after his surgery is done or whatever, hopefully I can get him back on. We can get on and get that popping. And plus it's fight night, Jabari, man. I don't know, it's fight night. But I don't know. I don't think I got anything else. Who's fighting now? I think there's another fight. There might be like one more. This might be the fight before the fight, I guess. But anyway, thanks for everybody donated. Thanks for everybody came through the spaces. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you, Karsten. Thank you, Wild Thing, John, Chigagi, Saint, Phil. Appreciate y'all. Thank everybody that came through on the chat and YouTube. I greatly appreciate it. Thanks for donations, Derna, Jay Grumich, Big Poppy, and Hillway. Is he going to let us watch it for free? Am I showing the fight? No, man. You want my channel zinged, man? Hanging AZ, that's my grift, man. Driving to Chick-fil-A and driving to get my car washed. You think Ocho Cinco lost, man? Light skin kind of took it to your African. Oh my God. Man. I didn't know so many Hawks fans followed me, man. I'm like, oh, my mentions was looking crazy. It's only game one. Thanks for a donation, Jabari. But all I can say is only game one, so we'll see what's going on. But I got faith that we're gonna come through. We just gotta shut him down, man, and they should be able to shut him down. Melvin, I think the fight's gonna start at 11 o'clock. Show the fight. I'm not showing nothing, man. Anyway, create a new channel. Who cares? I do have a burner channel, but I actually use it for something. Anyway, now all these people are getting in because they think the fight's on here. I'm out of here. Anyway, please subscribe to the channel. Hotep's been told you Thursday at 8. How about you go subscribe to the Hotep Jesus channel? Then I'll show the fight. Anyway, Utah going to win the chip? I don't know about that. We'll see. Clippers might get there. Anyway, thanks for everybody coming through. I'll talk to y'all later. Have a blessed day. Have a good Monday tomorrow. And Hotep and Bill. Peace.